Hi, so it's Friday afternoon, 12th of September, less than a month since I bought the van. I was going to do some outside work today, but I've given up because the rain is absolutely torrential. So what I have done is done a little bit of cleaning of the roof because I realized I'd left some swarf on the top, which has gone a bit rusty, and I'll need to return to that when the rain stops. But what I have been doing is trying to look a little bit at the electrics. So let me show you what we've been up to. Okay, so here is my power bank, and earlier on, when the rain wasn't pouring down and it wasn't all cloudy, I was managed to get about 300 watts worth of power off the solar panel, which was pretty good. 500 watts solar panel and 300 watts of power. And what I bought is I bought a few little items. This little 12 volt connector here, which runs then to a wire, and I put some little crimping things on the end, attached it to this little 12 volt fuse box. Then from the 12 volt fuse box, I have run a cable up and around and down through the back and over the top over to my extractor fan, which I had tested on my car battery. But as you can see, it's going around and it is working well. This has got its own switch and also remote control, so I don't need a switch on this. And the next one I'm going to look at is this one over here, which will need a switch attached, and then the cable run backwards again down to this little system over here. Hi, so we're almost 1 month in from purchasing the van today, and it's been slow progress this week. I haven't done very much work because I've been working in church, and just got some few hours in this afternoon. And what I've been doing basically is cladding out the van. I did some of this on Monday evening as well, and I'll show you now. So I've been doing some cladding on the sides here, using the holes that were already in the side of the van and using some M6 ratchet nuts with some bolts that I already had. And the bolts do stick out a little bit, but I don't think that's going to cause a problem when I've got my cladding over the top, because that'll be thick enough to be able to cover that up. And then today, doing the same on the ceiling, following the joists. And again, this was a bit of a pest because there were various M6 holes that I could use my M6 ratchet nuts with, and then there were quite a few M8 holes which I didn't have any nuts for, and then there were some funny shaped ones which I was able to adapt and use for what I needed. So I've got 3 screws in each one, and it's bent up okay, and it seems to be pretty solid, so I can't move those, even though I haven't got anything on the ends here. I don't think it's going to actually cause a problem. I've just had to go with where the holes of the nuts are and follow that along. Obviously you can see here that I've got the drop down of the skylight as well in there, and I'll also have the drop down of this here. So I need to see how that lines up. I've ordered some acoustic panels, which I won't be able to fit yet because I need to get the cladding in. I just need to think about how I'm going to hold the cladding in place as well. I'm guessing I'm going to have to stick it to the ceiling with some adhesive. So I need to buy some adhesive, and I'll have to take the van on the trip to buy the insulating panels, because they're 2.4 meters by 1.2, which is too big for my car. Oh, another slight issue was the battery of the van went today, so I'm trickle charging that as well. But I'm off now to pick up the grandchildren, so I don't think I'm going to get much done over this weekend. Thank you. Okay, it's The end of the weekend, just a very quick update. Haven't done a lot of work over this weekend. I did some on Friday and a little bit of sorting out and tidying up later this evening. And Saturday was a bit of a write-off because I had the grandchildren, which was great, but not much in the way of campervan. So what have we done? Right, we've done all of this around the edge now. We've also done all of this at the roof level. We've fitted the external part of this over here. We've done some battening over the top of the front seats, ready for that storage area to be boxed in. And we've also finished off pretty much the trunking on the side so that the cables are tidy, apart from the ones that are obviously going in slightly different directions. So that's pretty good. We haven't managed to do anything on the windows yet. Weather wasn't good enough for that, and I didn't have enough time today. And also we've done some tidying up and sorting out to make sure we know what we're going to be doing next. We've also done a bit of insulating. So inside of these parts here, we've done the insulating, and the next job will be to buy the 100mm and the 50mm insulating boards. But anyway, it's coming along. We're just over a month in, loads yet to do, but it's a good start. Okay, so it's my first van trip to Wickes. Bought some stuff from Wickes already, but first trip from the van, and the reason is we bought some big stuff today for the insulation and couldn't fit in the Ford Focus. Let me show you. So here it is. It's all the insulation for the sides, and hopefully the insulation for the floor and for the roof. So we just got to see. I might not have enough, but I thought I'd start with this lot, and then I'd have to come out again if I need to buy some more. So that's what we got. And good news is van drove okay over Caerphilly Mountain. So I've begun the process of insulation of the van. It's going to take a while, but it's started.